my little desk right here. So I'm trying to do something about the lighting now. Pretty chill. I'm in a good mood. I'm actually having a little drinky to celebrate. Madison brought these over because he went out with a stripper that night. She kicked him out of his house. So somehow I've got to get this camera up here so that it's going to film like I wanted to get a shot of all of these people.
Start this up? Okay. First of all, maybe we should get to know each other and introduce ourselves. And maybe give us a little bit about yourselves, like what you guys do for a living.
How about just maybe make one suggestion? Tell people what level or background you have as far as the game and stuff.
Yeah, we'll get to that too. But I kind of want to see what everybody does, maybe, you know, and kind of get an idea to where we can use that to our advantage at any point. Okay.
Oh, me?
Okay,
I'm Charmaine. I am a hairstylist. I've been for 4 years and trying to get back in that dating roller coaster, and I met Mass a few days ago and invited me over, and here I am.
I'm Andreas. I've been PUing since about 4 years ago. 2 years of those I had a girlfriend, so I haven't been in a while. Moved here to Vegas last year. California, I was a salsa teacher. I'm a magician, and I have some good stuff, NLP, a lot of NLP stuff, and a couple books. That's pretty much it.
I gotta talk to you about salsa.
For everyone.
I was thinking the same thing, yeah.
I have a meetup. I have like 3 groups of salsa games. Yeah.
There you go for all those.
Yeah, bro. Latina's big, you know, shit.
My name's Josh. I'm fairly new to this. I met him here in Vegas, and he's the one that introduced me to all of this. So
Man!
I don't have much experience in the field, as in any PUA stuff or NLP, but I'm hoping to learn as much as I can. I'm a fast learner, so I'm trying to absorb as much as I can tonight.
Come on in, man. Come on, Nick.
We see you in the VIP spot, bro.
Nice. Yeah. You know, you're the guy who always shows up late. You're the center of attention tonight.
You're right on time, but it took me 20 minutes to find a freaking parking spot.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, it's alright. It's fine. My name is Brian. I pretty much got into this through Andres also. I'm on the same page as Josue, just learning everything right now. And I'm just really excited to get into it and find out more. Because I'm really interested in the psychological aspect in it a lot. And really I just want to, like I said, there's a lot to learn, and I'm willing to keep opening doors and learning everything I can.
My name's Ben. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. Andrew invited me to come tonight, and I said I wasn't doing anything, so I said, sure, I'll check it out. Yeah.
My name's Andrew. My other hero in life is Tim Ferriss, so I'm attempting to live a 4-hour work week. I got a couple of online businesses, and I travel to different countries, and when I find one I like, I stay for a few months. Vegas I've been for a year and a bit, so I like Vegas.
Yeah, a little bit of an accent.
Well, actually I got fat and old, so I bought this off a fella down the street. Originally I'm from Texas.
Come on.
I'm from New Zealand originally.
Hey, how's it going? Good, man. How you doing? Come on in here. Have a seat. Just starting to introduce everybody and tell us a little bit about ourselves.
All right.
Cool, man.
I'll be fine right here.
People, I said the people are late.
What's that?
I said the people are late. We're going to have to focus all your attention.
I'll just stand right here back of the bus.
Name is Scott. Carpenter, lived here for 20 years, 12 of them down the hill. Divorced, bankrupt, unemployed. Next.
I'm Greg, and I own a baseball school, and I'm a life coach. I've been doing this for 2 years now, and my clients are mostly men who have problems meeting women. So I use what I've learned to empower those guys, and have backgrounds in handwriting analysis and some other goofy things that make me the interesting motherfucker in the room.
Alright, I'm Rio. Personally, I air traffic control at North Las Vegas Airport. Been here in Vegas for like 2.5 years. Had a girlfriend for quite a bit of that, and then she left. Happens. And so now just bit here and there, and have some knowledge, but putting it into practice and getting a good group of wingmen to actually go out there and be able to, you know, run gambits, whatever, in Sarge, you know, that would be beneficial for you.
In the right place.
I'm Gary, I'm known as Magic. I got into this in Portland, Oregon in about 2005. I'm a member of a LAIR group there. I was one of the originals there. I went through I'm one of the originals, went through the annihilation method. I know style, I know a number of the other PUAs that I was in LA. I get updates from them all the time. I retired in 2005. I actually just spent the last 2.5 years in Argentina. I just came here in November. Had a girlfriend in Argentina for a couple years, and then got here in November. I have a buddy who's in the business. That's why I just told you about the other business we're just starting. I sort of fell into that, bought a house, and started to just get back into hanging out.
My name is Paul, currently in the military, a few months left. Everybody knows the job, pretty soon. Got into it about 2.5 years ago, actively started it about 1.5 years ago. Had a girlfriend for about 2 months, didn't work out so well, now I'm back again.
Cool. My name is Christian as Valentino. I've been studying this stuff for about 3 years, and I've actually, I don't know, I got to a point where, you know, like in high school, I was like head of the wrestling team, like the team captain, 6-pack abs, had a nice car, and like I was still getting girls like getting attention, but I would bore them, and like I just sucked. I wasn't socially savvy.
Are you serious? Are you freaking serious?
This is for a 3-year-old, alright?
My daughter loves that song.
Oh, excited?
Cool. Yeah, so I started like studying some of the stuff, and I just like read and like got really deep into it for like 2 years and didn't use any of it. And only recently, like a year ago, I've been just like implementing like crazy and getting over fears and just like doing it. And I lifeguarded at the Mandalay Bay, so that's like all I did, just like talk to girls at the pool all the time. So you know, now I get pretty consistent results, and I like coaching. It's fun, and I like getting results. So
You see this guy in the field, it's a beast. It's amazing. My name's Ryan, JAUNZEMIS, and I've been in this about 4 years now. After a really messy divorce, I ended up with a random letter from David D'Angelo in my mailbox. Got into stuff and bought every one of his programs and went through all that, and then went through mysteries and kept escalating from there, and things are going good now. Now, I was a member of the other LAIR on the other side of town. I would say, like, you know, Peter does a pretty good job of keeping it organized, but to see not a lot of motivation in people over there, and so took it upon myself to create this and see if we can get together and, you know, start the rebirth of this PUA shit. I want to bring it from the ashes up and bring us on the map. And I think I wanted to go into like a lot of stuff on concepts of a mastermind group and, you know, getting everyone together so we can become kind of a force in this. So I think it works out a lot better as a group, you know, more heads better.
Cool. Well, my name's Mazen, and I own a landscape business. I do lots of design, create backyards, I maintain residential, commercial, much everything. I'm also a musician. I make music. I also DJ. I've been in this game for about 2 years now, and I've just been full force reading and going out just from day one until now where I'm at, and just dramatic increase in success, you know, and just keep going with it. And ultimately, I just want to be, you know, I guess one of the best. I mean, I don't know, but lived in Vegas for 27 years, so I do know this town. I'm about to get a house, and I've also been doing some life coaching. You know, him and I, we've been helping out some other people that have gone our way, and so just doing what I gotta do.
Okay. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? My name is Carlo. I've lived in Vegas for about 1 year. Moved here from Chicago. Started about, I want to say like 3 years ago over in the Chicago area, just for like about 3 months, and I kind of faded away from that. Pretty much went through kind of like a depression stage and all that. So then moved to Vegas here. 6 months, started getting back into it. Trying to, pretty much the main thing, what I want to get out of game is first is more confidence in myself. You know, I want to discover myself more. So ever since I moved here, I've been learning about just building that confidence, you know. Just believe I can build that first, then I can just move on to anything else. So ever since moving here, I've just been trying to work out, try to do some approaches. I mean, crash and burn a lot, but I'll try, and I just want to learn.
I'm a true believer in working on yourself first, and that's how I did. You know, like I worked on my inner self. Yeah. Because you know, it just comes across, and the girls can read that shit a mile away. So.
Am I the last one?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
He's the last one.
Oh. My name is Brandon. I've picked up on this when Style put his article out. I think it's Men's Health or something, the Brittany article. I was in the military for 6 years. I'm from Alabama originally. I was down in JRTC down in down in Louisiana when I found that article, and like pre-ordered the book like right then and there, and I read it real quick. I've read it many times since then. And I also got his follow-up thing, that 2-book, I can't remember the name, I'm terrible, stuff like that. But anyway, and I ordered a bunch of stuff online, the Venetian stuff, a few other things. But anyway, I learned a lot of it, but I was in Kansas.
And
It went well for me in Kansas.
Yeah,
just one part of Kansas.
I was right next to K-State, and no, not for military guys.
Oh, okay.
You're back of the bus times 10 when you're military next to a college town. And so, I mean, it worked. Don't get me wrong. But you know, I've been engaged. I've had quite a few relationships. When I'm good with women, I'm really good. But it's not very consistent. And not to mention, to master the game, I mean, there's so many ins and outs of it. It's impossible, I think, in my mind, to be able to do it on your own. I think mystery is probably one of those diamond. You just want to, you just don't find those, everywhere. A guy like that to be able to develop that kind of stuff on his own, like he did in the beginning. And being in Kansas, being in the military, you don't have a lot of smooth talking guys. All they want to do is go out and get drunk. And so to be able to find a wingman was impossible. So I kind of dropped it for a while. I still retain a lot of the material, but it's kind of second nature. Stuff that I do retain, cocky, funny, the star quality, being like the Tom Cruise of the room, that kind of thing. You just let yourself just shine, kind of like what you're talking about. Working on yourself. But right now, what I do, I got out of the military like a year ago. And what I do now is I'm a porn star. don't think that any of you guys are going to be able to get any hookups.
Okay?
Okay? But anyway.
Down, dude.
So,
as soon as that house gets on,
exactly.
Fucking excuse me.
But I travel a lot because I don't actually work that much here. I mostly work in California. I live here only because it's cheap compared to California.
San Fernando Valley, huh?
Yeah, well, I've got a two-bedroom, two-bathroom garage for $1,000 a month. You couldn't find anything with a garage in California for that much.
Yeah,
much less two-bedroom.
That's where I grew up.
Yeah.
San Fernando. And
Yeah, so you know,
I know.
ridiculous.
See, son.
And so yeah, like I said, I travel a lot. But I meet a lot of new people all the time, so that kind of helps with that initial part of the game, with meeting new people. But what I really want to get out of this is I want to find people that are like-minded. Because when I was in the military and I'd go out like my best friend from back home, and I would use cocky funny, he would be like, well, that's just not me. That's not how I talk to women. You know, but you get laid all the time because so if it works for you, use it. And he, you know, a lot of people just
they don't understand the
psychology.
Exactly.
And it's not about being, I don't know, when you're cocky funny, you kind of come off like an asshole a little bit, you know.
It's all psychology.
But it's all funny, and the girls know that.
Psychology too.
But a lot of guys, nice, you know, maybe guys that are too nice, that don't want to open their minds, they don't see that. And so to find people, like I said, like I was trying to say, what I want to get out of this is I want to find people that are like-minded and want to grow as a group. And I've never had a wingman, a wingman of this sorts. And I don't know everything. I know very little probably compared to all of you guys. So I'm definitely coming at this as a student. But one thing I do have to offer is that I'm very good at critiquing. Very good at critiquing. I'm an editor of all sorts. You know what I mean? Taking raw materials.
So you're with a lot of AFCs then?
What's that?
You're with a lot of AFCs.
Okay then. Well, hey, I'm an AFC, but
no,
you're
anyway.
not talking about football here.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, so that's me. Next.
I say we'll leave it at that. I can't.
Are you serious?
Yeah, what are you doing here, man? You're what else?
Get paid to get laid.
I've been browsing like the forums and stuff since like 2000, 2001, but I've been way off more than I've been on. Like I've been on maybe a year out of that whole time. I've been in relationships, a couple of relationships, been engaged, but none that I've been fully satisfied with. You know, the girls always try to control me, and I you know, you guys are all guys that can't handle that. I like to be able to get what I want, you know, when I want it. But I'm getting old, I'm also ready to settle down, but I don't want to settle, you know. So I'd like to go out there and at least...
How old are you?
Probably not as old as you.
Thanks a lot.
40. How old are you?
60.
Really?
I'm 60.
Wow. So you're doing great for 60 then.
Yeah, thanks.
Last one I was about 50,
35, okay?
Wow.
Cool. It's nice to see you all.
So that gives you a good range here.
We kind of know we have a kind of a balance of know where everybody's at, so you know we don't want to leave anybody behind. You know that needs to maybe we need to help them out to get caught up, and so we can all be on the same level, and we can all move forward together as one.
I have a suggestion for you guys who want to get yourself together. There's a great book called The Tao of Dating. The Tao of Dating will get you the core that you want. It deals with that. It was written by, well, a friend of mine who's helped edit it. He's a hedge fund guy in Portland, and it's written by a professor. But if you guys really want to get into self, it really gives you a good foundation of how to really evaluate yourself, and it actually then starts to make all this stuff become more natural in a sense. So
Oh, the Tao?
the Tao, T-A-L, T-A-O of dating. It also has a really good book called The Tao of Sex too, so that would help you. I actually have them. I think I have them on I have them on ebooks.
It's what, by Dr. Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. And it gets into one part that you find you can get a girl, but the problem is how do you keep them? Because a lot of this stuff is how to get them.
That's the toughest part. Is keeping them around.
Well, and that's where the Tao of dating goes into talking about how this, once you get past that part, what else do you have to offer?
Where's your code again? I'm sorry.
Tao of dating.
Tao, T-A-O.
Yeah, Tao of dating, like, who's gotten Tao? Dr. Al.
Yeah.
Have you read it?
I've actually, I've seen one of his performance, I've seen him talk.
Yeah.
I'm a knowledge
on video.
Yeah, it's great. It's good. I'll look at, I'll try to get it to you guys, but, I haven't, so I'll have to look through my archives and stuff.
Are you guys familiar with Gunwitch?
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 Gunwitch.
Yeah, he talks about star quality and whatnot, and that's
Really?
really helpful.
What's that?
What's that?
Which method?
Which method?
No, go. Right.
Yeah, the Gunwitch method. That was years ago that I listened
Star
to his
quality.
audio.
What is that? Star quality?
Yeah, well, just shining. Like you walk into a room and you just shine, and everyone goes, oh, like Tom Cruise. Like he walks into, or Brad Pitt, he walks into a room and people go, hey, I don't know who he is, but I want to talk to that guy. Exactly. And it's just that you shine, even though you haven't said anything, you look like you're interesting.
Right. Strong body language and everything.
Exactly.
Body language, posture, voice tonality.
So what's,
eye contact.
just for my, I've been sort of out of it, I've been in like 2.5 years in Argentina and stuff. You guys, what's the newest stuff coming out that you guys have heard about? Is it still the basic of what Mysteries, Venusian Handbook, is that the basis?
No.
Pretty much? Or
Everybody has their own
See it
structure.
now. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been into like skating or rollerblading, but the way that the sport evolutionized.
Or like
Like there was the original guys just doing like basic tricks on
Right.
like really long rails, and then it evolved over a couple of years, and then they become more technical tricks over shorter rails, and then it just got like ridiculous. It seems like this, like if you looked at it as a sport, it's almost evolved. Like some of the newest guys, maybe Carlo and Vince Kilbin, and like you see like a lot of stuff coming from the East Coast now.
Well, is it all
more like when direct game and
Direct.
Yeah,
It's mainly about inner game, and it being a natural alpha male.
Basically, yeah.
Well,
not
in other
using
words,
the
you
tricks
have
and
to,
the
it's
gambits and
no longer tricks or anything.
Yeah.
Whatever works for you. Like my particular, how I started learning is kind of like him, Orion. He loved the mystery method. I know the mystery method, but I don't really particularly use it. I have my own type of method. It's
I
just
think the only thing about mystery method that I like is it really breaks it down into the segments that they do, the 3 separate groups.
he's actually broken that down further now into just 5 steps.
Yeah.
Instead of
more
9.
Is it?
like a 7-hour type of closing.
I don't know about the latest stuff is that right now, as opposed to what the earlier parts were, it was stuff like earlier mystery methods was for a more general crowd. Now they're going into specific how to identify girl types, how to play those girl types. That's like the newest stuff right now.
That way you can style flex. Because
That's where,
girls will have different personalities. You can flex
One of
with
the
them.
guys was actually an instructor. It was for like, he was talking about, they were talking about, some guy was teaching, they were naming them animal types, but it was similar, identifying the types and then becoming the different matching.
we were just watching that.
So
I think
they-
I like that, dude. That was dope. Cool. I need to brush up on that. Be more aware. I can definitely sense, if there's a red flag. But
They're making this into women.
yeah.
Really? That's attuned to.
But I mean, like I have my own. I actually got mine off of Love Systems. I've even been to a seminar, the Las Vegas seminar.
How much do you guys use body language as identification?
That is my number one.
That
That is
has-
my power right there.
that is-
Because the nonverbal communication sends out more than anything than
Oh,
the
yeah.
verbal communication.
That's probably the best
If you
thing
have
you
it,
can
if you
learn.
have that struggle, if you like me, that's right when I walk in the room. I'm already set up. That's how I social proof my room. Okay, I let myself know. I say hi to the bartender. I shake the guy bouncer at the door. You know, I'm shining. Basically.
Yeah, but you
That's
know
what
when
I
a girl's
do.
open to you and she's
Then I don't
not?
even open up.
No,
like,
you know when she's open to you, even open.
Oh yeah, of course.
Before you even walk
hair
over.
toss, you know, if she opens up, if she turns, if there's eye contact, if there's a boot that's kind of pointing, her shoes kind of pointing toward me, well, you know, I can always, yeah.
Yeah, I just got done reading a book on body language, like the definitive book on body language.
Body language is like 90% of all communication.
And I'm just mentioning that because for the new guys, if you really want to start a good basis,
that's a subject that
body language is probably the first thing you should learn.
Another thing that I just picked up is, you guys ever seen the show Lie to Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole system that's
you
actually
watch-
based on
Yeah,
the science behind it.
Yeah.
I just got to, I have a couple of his books. I can't remember his real name, but anyway, and I just ordered the technical book on everything to find out exactly what's going on with somebody when you're looking at their face, and everything else, of course.
Good luck
Which is why I
trying
got
through it.
the body language book, because that's not, you know, he doesn't cover necessarily all the body language, he just covers mainly up here.
One good thing, man, always smile.
Oh yeah, sure.
Always smile. You know, don't give them that cheap smile. You know, you need to, you know, give them that smile and that connection.
Smile with your eyes.
That's just,
Yep.
that's an open,
Well,
that's
that's a
an
real
opening
smile.
right there.
Yeah.
You know, in
Yeah.
itself. You know, and that's where, you know, most of the guys who are first starting out, they have that approach anxiety, and so it kind of alleviates them. And then they start thinking of, oh my God, you know, what do I say? What do I say? What do I say? And at that time, you just kind of blew it out, you know, because at that point, you know, she's gonna wonder, okay, this guy hasn't even come up to me, so obviously he has some sort of insecurities about himself, and then eventually she's gonna be kind of creeped out by you because you haven't really approached her, and then she's just gonna move on. Oh, you're just another guy, you know, or you're not on my level, because basically you're showing lower value than hers, because she's not gonna talk to you unless if you're on her level or you're above her. Now, the most people that are above her, she's gonna be interested in and attracted to. She's the one.
The trick is
She's
how
gonna
to
be the
show
one
her
that she wants to
you're
date.
above her. That's the trick.
You what?
Trick is showing her how you're above.
Of course, without being cocky or I mean not.
Well,
cocky,
that's what he's
bragging.
talking about. He's a cocky funny.
No, cocky funny is good.
Is coming
Yes.
with higher
cocky.
value.
I love cocky funny. I love routines. Like I mean, oh yeah, you know, I dated a girl named Mary when I was like 5 years old. You know, and you know what she did to me? You know, her and her parents like took off without even letting me know. Like, so technically we're still together. Are you that girl? You know, like I mean, shit like that. Like I'll bust guys. Like, this is exactly what I really want to express more than anything. Okay, this is the most important thing. Okay? It's hard work. You have to be really into it. You have to put this into your life because you have to become it. Okay. Now, for instance, I remember taking a quote from Mystery. Okay. We are all human machines, okay, in this world, in this planet, in this universe that we are living in. We are all human machines, okay? So whatever, any data that is programmed in our brain, that's who we become. So this data, this information that we are getting, that's how you have to become. You have to be the alpha male. You have to be, it will come to you, believe me. Like every day now, my posture, my swag, my whatever, is there, you know, like I'm more confident and I can speak, I can do this, I can do that, you know, it's who I am now, and I'm very thankful because I'm a different person. I'm much more happier person in my life than things that I've got going for myself. You have to become it, you have to live it.
And it doesn't just transcend to meeting women, it transcends into business life, family life,
This is how I said the inner is the most important thing. And you know, that outer stuff will come to you, man. It'll come to you naturally.
Well, you get the inner stuff too by doing the scripts and
Yes.
doing the routines. And I would love to try the stuff that I'm completely
But you
uncomfortable
have
with.
to be committed to it. You know, like I've seen people.
You have to get out in the field
You
and
have
do
to.
it.
You
That's
have
the
to
bottom
practice.
line.
Practice.
Right.
I've been practicing since day one, since I've started. I've never let up. Never let up.
I'm
Even
so
though I
lazy.
was so. Even
I
though
was
I
and
am
money in
so.
my books to the
Yeah. Well, even though that I'm.
And the accent.
Believe me, man. I'm so burnt out. I'm so burnt out. You know, this and that. He has seen me. Like, there's days I've been so emotional, and this is where I get really angry and pissed. Just the fuck, blah blah blah. You know this shit. You know, but I know because I've seen it, and this has happened. You know, good things come out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like an addiction. Like when you have that perfect set that just went fucking just. You just threw some shit at her, and she's like, "Oh my god," you know, this and that, and whatever happened, and then you leave, and it's like, "Oh my god, dude," and it's like it's this natural high that you get. I swear to God.
So are anybody doing
best
like
feeling, man.
like
It's the best
doing like mind stuff or palm reading?
I'm still
or
learning.
anything?
I'm getting the palms. I got, you know, like I said, one
Do
day at a time.
you ever do the White House, the horse, and all that? You ever done that one?
That's a classic.
That
I like
if
to
you do it
a little bit
right.
of magic, and I'm not too.
I guess I haven't done it right yet.
You can hold a set with that. I had a bet with some
The
guys.
more
and you can hold
arsenal,
sets
the more
like that
elements
all the
that you
time.
have in your whole set, the more powerful you are.
Yeah.
The more you can, I wouldn't say want to manipulate, because we're not here to manipulate them, man. You know, I mean, we're just here to, I mean, like the word pickup, that's not a good term to use. I don't like to be called as a pickup artist, you know, or because a pickup artist translates to a player, and really, I'm not.
Well, you know what we're here for? We're here to understand women
Exactly.
better.
Exactly.
That's what we're here for.
And
It's
to better
you know,
yourself.
it is. Basically, it is. That's what we're here for.
Well, I got my own project right here. I'm working on it, you know. This is
Well, I'm just saying that's.
So what do you want to know? I know all the information about women.
But that's the
She's
thing.
actually a really long-time friend. We've known each other for a bit.
If you really want to understand this stuff, you're really trying to understand women better, and that's the bottom line. And a lot of guys don't.
So why can't you change your name?
90% of guys are not on their level.
That's all marketing.
They open up with the interview questions right off the bat, and then it just blows up the whole interaction because it's like they run out of shit to say because they've already interviewed them within the 20 minutes, and the first 20 minutes of actually getting to know a woman, it's all mumbo jumbo anyway. That's why I bust the routines, because I get her engaged, get her laughing, have some fun,
Have
tease
you
her,
not been caught?
getting her all worked up, and boom,
Caught out?
then,
I mean,
you know,
I-
then the comfort comes into play. And
I
then,
went out with a very, very hot chick, and she was picked up. And the guy goes, "Hey, it was nice to meet you." He was doing the whole works, the keynote, the whole works. And he goes, "You know, how do you guys know each other?" And I said, "She's my wing chick." You go for it. You're doing real well. And they had the whole works. She was just a friend. But at the end of the night, she says, "Okay, you ready to go?" And I said, "Sure." And in the car on the way home, I said, "Did you get a number? Are you going out with him?" "No, I didn't have a decent body. I'm only into one-night stands. I might as well fuck someone who looks good." And I thought, wow, because the way he was working, it was supreme. I had to pay homage to his skill. But he didn't get it. He thought he
but
got
you
it.
outed him.
No, I didn't have him at all.
Yeah, you did. You outed him. You really did.
To him,
Yeah.
I
everybody has
outed,
their own preferences.
I
You
outed
outed
that I
us.
knew what he was doing.
I know,
not
but by
him.
doing that,
I mean, that's just
you
not
did.
me. You know, I'm actually looking for
Yeah,
more.
you did.
Because he just kept
And then
on for the next 10, 20 minutes.
It seems to me I wouldn't fuck her just because
What?
I don't want to give a shit from her on. I do, you know, put
The guy
myself
was
in a
good.
situation. Other people are different. They just want to fuck.
So
and-
anyway, my question is, all the routines, are they not, I mean, that's, when I first learned the mystery
all
method or did it, I thought, you got to individualize this because you've seen the show, everyone knows the
Exactly.
standard routines.
That's my worry.
Well, the thing is, here there was a thing that I guess a whole group came through here, and there was something on the internet saying that all these girls in Las Vegas. It got to a point where in
Right.
Portland you'd start saying some of the
So
lines that go.
I've seen in LA.
I've seen that
It's
before.
just been beat up. So, but that's what I mean. That's why it has to. That's why the game has to evolve.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And I'll tell you what though,
you got. But it'll
I'll tell you
still.
what.
It'll still work. Should
a
still work.
number does not mean shit.
Right.
A phone number does not mean shit. It's that callback after. It's that fucking repertoire that you repertoire that you got. I was almost said rapport, but or repertoire that you have to establish. You have to establish that date. A phone number. A beautiful girl gives a phone number out 200 times a day. Okay, imagine calculate that up in a week. Okay, how many freaking guys she's got juggling, bouncing around in her life?
How many girls have you had buy you drinks?
How many girls you bought?
Lots.
A lot?
I
So you
couldn't
gotta-
really count.
Because that's
Because
one of the,
you know
that's
what?
one
That
of the-
makes me feel
That's my
uncomfortable.
rule.
That's the
That makes me
rule.
feel
That is
uncomfortable.
the rule.
That's my rule. That's one of my rules.
It is.
I don't buy them drinks. And the second rule is I don't
Everybody
ask for
has
phone numbers.
different standards.
So if I know what I'm doing, if I'm doing it right and I create that rapport,
Yes.
I don't have to ask for the phone number. She gives it to me.
Well, you already have to have a freaking first date time bridge already set up. Before
Yeah, you
even
get
get her.
you develop
That'll
that.
eventually happen.
You develop
You
that
don't even need to
rapport,
ask.
and I don't ask.
That's
If she gives it to me, great. That's one of my rules. It's like I've had girls like I've left and they come out of the bar saying, "Hey,
Right.
you didn't get my number," and I'm like,
well, in the first, in the whole interaction, you needed to set up a first date and the time bridge, and so in her mind, okay, well, he hasn't got my number yet. Well, maybe I should give it to him if we already set this up.
I think one of the strongest ways to demonstrate
"I'm fine
alpha
with that," but that's good.
is to move them.
Oh yeah.
Think about that. By moving at first, it just scrambles their mind. But if you pick them up by the hand and just move them, that's probably one of the most devastating alpha
Leadership.
moves you'll do.
Yeah, they
No,
show
that's an
leadership.
alpha move. That's a big alpha. If you look at naturals, I've gone out with some guys over in naturals, and that's one of the big things they do. They move the girls around.
Does everybody know what alpha male is? Let's just go back like the caveman, okay? The caveman, okay, was the provider for his family. Okay, he's the one who put food on the tables. He's the hunter. He's the man, you know, that has his family, you know, and basically it's the same. You have to be that type of dominant type of man in her life. Otherwise, she feels like, you know, she can get whatever she wants from you. She can walk all over you. You can put her on her pedestal, and then that's where the relationship is just gonna crumble because it's just not healthy.
Like,
You're not living authentically.
Exactly.
two areas that you really
You're
want
not
to be,
you're not happy. I'm sorry.
you want to be alpha is like, first, like, in your physical presence. Cause like, when I did high school wrestling, I was like really physically alpha, but like the social alpha, that's like the most important, like perception, like how people see you.
Perceive you.
Yeah, cause like, I remember times where like, I would, girls would say something and I'd be really passive socially. Women pick this up, so if a girl like tries to test you, be aggressive with her, you know, like get with her like head on. Cause if you don't like come back with something witty or something, she's gonna perceive you as a wuss or something.
And a lower value
Yeah.
than hers.
Go with that.
And that's why she's trying to give you a shit test.
Yeah.
And you gotta,
Yeah, that's
you
what
gotta
that
back
is.
up.
It's a shit test.
Yeah, go with that. There's a lot of little things like that. Like if a girl asks, "What are we gonna do tonight?" If you're on a date, you have a plan. You say, "I don't
Always have a
know."
plan.
Yeah.
Always lead.
What
do
you
want to
do? Yeah.
Never
And
know. What do you feel like doing tonight? You know, what do you feel like eating? Where do you want to go? Where do you? No, you pick the place you go. That's what you do. You know, she's the one who's tagging along.
Even if she's whining.
Yes.
Never do that.
Feel free to hop in.
I never whine.
So, now that you know all about us, what are you hoping to do with this group? And what are your plans and objectives? Should we get on to the little list things?
Yeah, I got a couple things. Let's see. This meeting, I'm not actually teaching anything at this point. This was more like a meet and greet, kind of mix and mingle, get to know each other. But I want to go over and see, like I said before, it's not like my group or, you know, it's our group.
Right.
So I want to, okay, let's see, let's start with, I had a couple ideas on here. You guys might have already read them in the note that I sent out. Like one of the things I wanted to see like this summer is something like band together, you know, putting our monetary funds together, getting a cabana at one of these pools, something like that. Getting a limo, getting the hotel room of the place we go, so we can like strategically put this down, like where it's not just me and my wing going out and trying to pick up some girls. I mean, like we did a meeting a couple months ago where it's more like we have the layout of the club, boom, and we're here coming in with our, you know, team B on this side. We have a bunch of routines, and I'm gonna put it down so basically
Playing the game.
set the field up so
Can
you can't lose.
I'll
You
just
can't
give
knock
you
it
a suggestion. When
It's
we
a
were
strategy
when
game.
we did the annihilation method, we went out that night, and some buddies and I, and the first thing we went to the W. Well, the first scenario, we get into the W, we told them that it was a birthday of one guy.
Yeah.
So that's one of the little
things you can do if you're going to one of these
DHB
road clubs. Of course, my friend was a multimillionaire, so we were going to buy Cristal all night, so that sort of helped us out. So we did get a cabana, just like you suggested, and that's a great place. And then we just all fanned out through the club, and then you bring them back. You want a place to bring them back to.
Right. Just imagine all of us as a team.
That's right, and that's sort of what you're suggesting.
That is like some powerful shit right there. I don't know about you guys, but I would do that any day of the day. I don't care.
And it worked well. It worked very well.
Shit,
So I have some experience in that. I'm doing that at Cherry, and it got to the point where it was the top was optional to get in the cabana.
Let's make it happen.
Naked women and guys in there.
Build that attraction.
That's fun. I mean, you guys.
Well, you have to be the party.
Yes.
That's the whole point. When you become the party in that area, that attracts the women. When you become the party, so that's one of the secrets. You make that place the place everybody else wants to be.
So what can you do if you're not the party?
You gotta become the party.
That's it.
But I have had, and not all my success, I mean, the accent helps, but a lot of women have said to me, do you know what I like about you? And I go, what? You're not loud and obnoxious. You're not exactly what everyone here is teaching us to be.
You don't have to be loud.
Oh, yeah.
No, you don't. You don't
understand. And your whole vibration, she could pick up on that. Just if you're just laid back, chill, classy, whatever. You know, I'm not.
Yeah, I need to be loud.
No, you want to get them laughing. If you get the women laughing around you, you're the party.
I will give you some exercises to train your voice to where when you're in loud situations, you need to.
Well, my voice is like that.
So you're not coming across as
I'm not volume wise.
You kind of creep her out. You know, like I'll be in a club and I can just I can talk. Sorry about that. I can talk to her like this, but I'll keep it to a loud voice. But she'll lean into me.
That's
I
right.
won't. She's leaning into me.
That's the secret.
Every time she's leaning into me, whispering in my ear.
Right.
You know, but I'm the more dominant.
Well, I have
one,
to
and
because
just
I'm not
like,
loud.
You know. And
So a lot of this stuff's still working.
Tonality.
Just
you know, your tonality has to be very subtle. You know, women love subtle. Subtle is like the biggest pet peeve of them.
I think you're always going to have an issue because your voice is so deep. My best friend from high school,
being subtle is sex
in
right
a
there,
club,
man.
doesn't matter how loud you yell,
yeah,
it's still deep.
Right.
And so,
which is
why very distinctive.
Your posture shows that you are sending a message out there, and she might think, like, okay, his voice is getting a little too.
Okay,
too much,
here's the other question.
Like I said, you can train that.
My major talent, I guess, is the voice and the accent. So I don't like nightclubs where I can't talk. Are we going to be going to bars and social events and other things?
Well, one little tip about the tonality that not even a lot of pickup artist dudes know about this stuff is that like women, like in the center of their chest, like for men it's not. It's like
I know
for women it's a lot more sensitive. So when you have a strong tonality, you talk to them and you get that to vibrate.
Yes,
it's
your
like,
vibrations in your
but like
he's right.
Yeah, the diaphragm. But like
Yes.
for women, like in the center of their chest is like a tickle spot. So like that can arouse women if you have a strong tone and you're getting that part to vibrate in their chest.
Work on something real quick.
I can hear that already.
Talk. Okay.
Talk
Get
from here to
your
the
gut.
gym.
Put your hand on here. Talk to where you can feel your vibrations coming from here. That means you're speaking loud and clear. That means you're.
The other thing.
That's where your voice is perfect.
I don't know
That is
about
perfect projection.
I don't know about your clubs here, so I can't speak. But if you survey the club, you should be able, if you can, always have a place you know you can pull them to a quieter area.
Yeah, to get to know them a little bit.
So that's again always switching venue. Switching venues, taking them away, it's such. I have to say it's such a powerful thing. I've never seen it.
In order to actually get her home, you have to move her to different locations.
I know, but I'm just saying, just even initially to move them. That's such a powerful move. It really is.
So all these clubs in Vegas are set up so that if you don't buy a bottle, you don't get a table.
But that's exactly what I'm trying to get to, is when, okay, we're going to start doing a lot of eye candy, right? Because the logistics of the club is you got a dance floor, you have the little VIP where you pay, but then they have other lounges with tables that you don't pay. Which is a great, isolated straight from the dance floor.
And it's much more quiet and
record.
But
But, see,
hold on, let me go off this for a second.
So, but then when you go to a club like the Bank, and you don't have a table, you get caught in that dance floor.
Right.
You basically go around in a loop with all the other Joes that are around and your lower
You're
caliber
floating.
women that are there.
Eventually,
If you want to get the 9s
you're
and the
looking like
10s,
them.
we have to have a table.
Yes.
But those tables are like $500 just to look at it, and then
Yeah.
you've got the bottle. But when I see us growing with 20 deep,
Yeah.
we're only putting in $50 a piece. We don't have to be there the whole time. That's just our little home base.
All right, so we figured 9 guys, maybe $80 to $100 a guy.
Now, if
it's
we can
like,
even
now we're
now,
trying to play the game.
Yes.
was even make it better, okay, like, I'm sure, like, some of us will invite girls to have in our group, because that also brings to attention to the girls that we want to bring in.
Right.
Well, it makes it comfortable for the other women, because if they see with other women,
Wow,
it
you know,
makes
these
them,
guys are cool.
it makes
you know, they
you
have,
more accessible.
Oh, they're friends. You know, they have a lot of friends,
It really
and
does.
girls too. You know, if you mix it up, it just brings them in. Dude.
Oh.
Like,
You can't have 5, 6s, and 7s that you invite. You guys gonna?
No, 2 or 3. If you have 9 guys, you bring 2 or 3 women. That's it.
yeah.
I'm not talking about all 9 guys
more than
being
likely-
back at the thing at the same time. It's more just like, we put in and now we have a spot, so then we can...
Right. I know how the
Simple
clubs
on
work.
every
If
conversation.
we showed up with like 9 guys.
You guys have any contacts in the clubs?
You what?
You guys have any contacts?
I'm trying. I have a few connections. But
I do too.
They're trying to lowering it down. You know, guys $30, women are for free.
I can get you in for free.
I'm not paying $30 to get into freaking Vanity, dude. You know.
Yeah, even like when we go to Sergeant Carnival Court, we usually show up an hour beforehand and get the security guard a little $10 and he remembers, and then we walk.
Well,
right
let me
past
ask you,
the bar.
have you been to Lavo? Have you guys been?
I have actually hooked up there tonight.
Okay, well, here's the deal, Lavo. Upstairs is their their like their you know, their dance floor and their DJ. Downstairs,
I have a connection for Lavo.
so do I. But downstairs they have also tables, and then they even have an outside balcony. So you have a lot of places to pull the girls there. I've been through a couple times, but there I think
Well,
you
that's
need to
good
get a
because
table.
that's what we need to bring to the table too. Like people who have different connections, and to where we can take that to our advantage, and to where we don't have to spend a lot of money.
Yeah, that was the
in
other
order
thing
to
I was
have a
bringing
good
up.
time.
And who's got one
know?
here? Who knows someone? And
You know, like.
Well, I'm going to bring you guys a couple things, all right? I have 3 international connections. I'm part of 3 international private groups. I did this in Argentina. I'll bring you guys into this. I'm actually the ambassador for 2 out of the 3 of these, trying to open up Las Vegas. All these women coming in here are either from Europe or whatever. They're all very highly educated, very successful. And so when I have events, I'll bring you guys all to those events. So that's
See, this is
one of the
we-
things
and
that
No
I want to
barking
do.
like dogs on
And now here's another thing.
Jeffries.
I don't know if we're at this point. House party.
I'm actually coming to that next.
Okay.
Let's see. So, also back and forth from the clubs and everything, I was going to say, I was going to put this out there because, I mean, we're all... I don't drink when I go out because I'm on a mission, but and I'm always mad as like, you know, DD, right? Because he does what he does. So, but setting up carpools and stuff like that, just so like, at least I don't know. I'm always a DD when it goes out, but if there was like, we don't have to take like 10 different cars over there, something like that. Okay, beyond that, like I was saying when the other guys first came in, I was almost saying like first order of business is to find a new place of business because, you know, I don't mind throwing events here, but it is kind of small. And if anyone has a bigger place or any suggestions of a venue that we can rent out, something so we can meet up and not just where it'll be like 5 people or something like that. And,
Like I have an imaginary mind, and I just love it. And
It would be great to pull your money and buy a great house, guys.
That's what I'm saying. It's like hopefully if this house goes through, I will have DJ set up. I'll have dance floor. I don't even matter.
Well, I'll move in. It'll be like the mansion.
Stripper pole, man. And that's the kind of girl.
Well, the girl I'm going out with knows all the strippers in town, so.
I got a nice size. And so, like, I mean, what I was thinking is even, okay, we could throw parties and people that are students, like, we can help them out. Like, we can do approaches there and you know, and I can sit back and I can just kind of watch how it's going to play out and give them feedback. I can do this and see what's
Well,
wrong.
I'll tell you what we did at Annihilation. Style brought in 2 women, and he put them at the bar, and then he made all of us go approaches on it. And then they critique what we did right and wrong. So if you guys can get some girls, I have some girls in Portland. I got a girl who keeps calling me, goes, "I want to help your group."
That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build my social circles and you
So
know, I like to be surrounded with
I mean, I can call her. I can have her come down if you want.
I'm trying to make friends with beautiful women, even if I can fuck them or not. It's still because I know she has friends, and it's a network. It's just building that circle, building like what Mystery does, man. You know?
Do you guys
having that.
get women off the web at all?
I have a couple days ago.
So how do you do? Is that
the second day?
Is that a technique?
There's a lot of techniques when I do online
There's a lot of different
successful.
But she had the issues I did.
I don't find patience for that.
No, actually, I already did it, but that's what I'm asking. I'm just curious that how many people are using that, because I did it because I was brand new.
It takes so much time to wade through the fakers because good 80% of them are faking.
But believe it or not, man, it's just as hard as when you go out and get a number, and then you have to build that connection right back up. And you have to get on that first date, then you have to keep it going.
That's off
the hardest part is keeping them there. Okay?
She's saying
the attraction and all that stuff, the comfort, I mean, yeah, you have to be good at that in order to get her, but that's just only the beginning. I don't see, to me, that where, you know, the toughest is sealing the deal. Sealing it down.
The other thing I was going to bring out, Christian and I went on a
scavenger
hunt the other day, and this thing really helps with opening
Yeah,
sets.
scavenger hunts, we can do that.
It's through this group called Hectic Party. You guys might know Adam Solis, the other there. And basically we got this list, and it was more like, you know, get yourself a picture with, like, you know, find a blonde, she's got to kiss you on the cheek with your other wingman in the picture. You know, it just right away it starts opening him up, or like open a set of, you know, bachelorettes and give them a lap dance. And,
just off the wall shit.
Yeah, that will
We're not gonna do any fake, crappy
rehearse
openers, you know?
He comes home with like 8 different numbers, and it's just awesome. And then you got this paper to back it up, and they're just like, "What are you doing this for?" Like, "Oh yeah,
Right.
well, there's a prize. You know, we get a booth at Foundation Room with a bottle service. Yeah, if you guys want to, if we win, we'll call you up." You know,
I just want to say
you don't
something.
have to work for it like that.
I just want to clarify something. You know, getting a lot of numbers is great. You know, it's great because then you have a lot to because let's say you get 10 numbers, but you got 3 out of that 10. That's a good ratio, right? You know, 3 out of 10 is pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? That you can build a connection with and further than just that interaction of that night. You know what I'm saying? I mean, get as much numbers as you can, but like what I was saying, that the numbers, like I said, she's probably giving it out to, and you're just another guy that's in the mix, okay? And you have to.
If you guys are interested in the table nightclub thing,
Yeah.
I think the guy that runs the In the 20s group every week.
I'm in that.
Okay, every week.
Alan?
Yuri.
Yeah. Is it Yuri or Alan?
Andrew?
That's Alan.
Well,
I don't know
Yuri's
who it
stepping
is.
down.
But
Yuri's
every week
stepping
he's got, I'm at this table in this nightclub, and there's like 1 or 2 people that ever go, that click off that they're going to go there.
Oh, Andrew. Yeah, that's my boy. That's Van Lavo tonight. Yeah, I have.
Let me ask you a question. I was hearing that if you go like
I know who you're talking
some of the casinos, like I was just told to win, if you go there to the casino and sign up for the card, they'll give you a free room, free night's room.
And
so if you guys haven't signed up,
are they hurting over there?
Yeah, I mean a lot of the casinos are. If you go to Hooters, you get $100 play on their slots.
Hey guys, think of my man.
That's nothing.
I know, but I'm just saying, if you can go to some of the hotels and start signing up, you guys may end up getting a ton of hotel rooms and things like
Just
that.
imagine if we had a hotel room and just girls.
That's what I'm saying, like at the Wynn or something, or Bellagio or
See, I was
something.
going to Expedia. They always have great deals where you can find like rooms at the MGM
Oh, yeah.
for $55 a night.
Yeah, that's
it
true.
happens there. Tuscany Gardens isn't a great. I mean, it isn't super. The rooms are awesome, but it's not a great location.
Right.
$20
But
a night.
That's
That's another
Yeah.
idea
Yeah.
too, is to pull together and get a room at a place that you're going to work.
Well, if you're gonna get like a suite, yeah, but like there's two different types of people you're gonna meet out in the club.
Yeah.
That's the visitors, that's the tourists, and those that have their own rooms, you can you're only gonna have sex with them that night. Unless you travel a lot, you're never probably gonna see them again. Or you got the locals, which, that being the case, we all live here. Why do you need to get a hotel?
Yeah, I got an apartment.
You know what I mean?
But
that's the exception was a suite.
Convenience.
Well,
I think it's so much easier to go back to your room and say, "Oh yeah, let's get in my car and drive 20 miles to the northwest."
Yeah, 30 minutes.
You know.
Well, I mean, if you're staying for a one night stand, go for a
minutes.
tourist.
Yeah, exactly. We're almost there. You get in the car. We're almost there. We're almost there.
5 more minutes.
Yeah.
Almost there. 5 more minutes.
I think you need to do it on.
That's your guys' problem, man.
Oh, you mean with the rooms?
Yeah, I mean, it has to be like
And she's not something that's
Yeah.
going to drive. Why?
Yeah, she'd probably be there like every
like
holiday.
a 3-day
This
weekend.
is 10 minutes away. Let's see, make sure you got.
You'd be there like every hour.
If
If
you
you
get
be
into
over a holiday weekend.
I always found just being an asshole helps.
Yeah,
And I really like chicks that can suck dick. Can you suck dick?
Now, guys, keep in mind,
Look at that one.
the nightlife is just only one little segment of what we
Used
can
to use
do.
it before I got
We can go
anyway.
anywhere we want.